Welcome to the Capital Oman Insurance SAOG's Investor and Analyst Briefing for the first 9 months of 2022. Before we start, I would like to outline that we'll be splitting the discussion into 2 segments. The first segment will be a presentation, and the second segment will be a Q&A session. For the Q&A questions, if you could kindly put in all questions into the chat box, and we will respond to each question. Moving on, I'd like to introduce our panel over here. To the right of me, Mr. Neil Mani Bardawaj, the Chief Executive Officer of Capital Oman. Next to him, Mr. Hassan Ali, the Chief Financial Officer of Capital Oman. And finally, Mr. Gain Al-Hadi, which is a financial reporting analyst. Now, over to Mr. Hassan Ali to start the presentation.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much for providing the opportunity to you. I will start with the introduction of the company. And if you see, the Capital Oman is one of the only indigenous Islamic insurance in the Sultanate of Oman. We are offering the entire retail insurance market. We established in 2014, and we have completed 8+ years. The total number of employees we are having right now is 130 employees, with an organization ratio of 86%. Our line of business, we are dealing in general health and family. Our CAGR for the last 8 years is 60%, and we are holding a share of 6% in the market. We are working through the network of 10 branches across Oman. Major branches include Muscat, Sohan, Rizwa, Salala, and Big, etc. We are one of the 2 Islamic insurance companies in the market. In our distribution channel, we are working with all major banks within all major Islamic banks in the market. So this is a brief introduction about the Capital Oman.
Since somebody just joined in, if you could please introduce yourself.
Mr. Pushpita, can you hear us?
Am I audible?
Sorry.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, good morning, and I'm from United Securities, I'm Pushpita.
Yeah.
And I'm joined here as a financial analyst.
Welcome. We just started. That was the first slide we showed when you came online.
Okay.
We'll be going through the presentation. Hassan is our CFO, will be taking us through. So you can put the question in the chat box that you have as we are going along, and towards the after the presentation, we'll be taking all the Q&A.
Surely.
Thank you.
Thank you. So after the brief introduction about the company, I want to present the mission of the company. The mission of the company is to promote the capital awareness in offering innovative Sharia compliant products and service that deliver exceptional value and are tailored to the specific needs of the customer who are highly dedicated professional people. Our vision is to be one of the leading technology companies in Oman by maximizing value to all stakeholders under a Sharia compliance. Our values are faith in our services, friendly in our approach, speed in our process, fair in our dealings, and innovative in our actions. There are total 7 number of directors in our board. Mr. Muhammad Abdullah Al-Funji is the chairman of the board, and Mr. Sulaiman Hamad Al-Harthi is the deputy chairman. In addition to that, there are 5 other directors: Sheikh Abdul Aziz Al-Sabi, Mr. Tariq Muhammad Al-Muwairi, Mr. Mustafa Sheikh Al-Budairi, Mr. Badr Awad Al-Shimfari, and Mr. Abdullah Al-Wihab. As for the Capital regulation, being an Islamic insurer, we must need to have a Sharia supervisory committee. There are 3 members of Sharia supervisory committee. Sheikh Dr. Majid Al-Kindi is the chairman of the Sharia supervisory committee. Sheikh Isa Al-Riyadi is the member and secretary, and Sheikh Mufti Hishan is the member of Sharia supervisory committee. Now I want to briefly introduce the profile of the management. Without going into the details, I will just read out the name of the top management team, and other explanations are already there as a part of the presentation. So if you would have any further detailed information required, just please let us know that I can put it in. Mr. Neeman Bharadwaj is the acting CEO. Myself personally, I'm the CFO of the company. Mr. Navneet Kumar Bhatt is the Chief Underwriting Officer. Ismail Mohammed Ismaili is the head of HR and admin. Mr. Ahmed Khalid Al-Hinai is the head of compliance. Ms. Nasra Al-Fan Al-Amri is the head of quality assurance. Mr. Fabian Al-Omani is the head of claims. Mr. Rael Al-Maruki is the head of procurement and board secretary. Mr. Marvin Farid Al-Rajali is the head of motor underwriting. The new addition to our team is Zahra Al-Yamdi, the head of internal audit. After the management profile, I just want to introduce the products which we are offering. We are, as I mentioned earlier, we are offering the whole bouquet of the products in the insurance sector, which include general and family. In general, mainly categorized in the motor, non-motor, which in other words is called property and casualty, and the third line is the health line in the general business. In the family, we offer life products. In the motor, we offer all private commercial fleets products. In non-motor, property, engineering, marine, personal accident, liability products there. In the health, we offer group health. In the life, we offer group, credit life, individual life, and domestic health products. Now, I will move to the financial performance of the company for the first 9 months of the year 2022. And its comparable as compared to the year 2021. Both numbers are unaudited. If you see the top line, the gross written contribution has increased by 13%. Net earned contribution has increased by 10%. Our underwriting results have improved drastically from a loss of 92,000 to 2.2 million profit for the 9 months. And deficit from the capital operations, which was 3.8 million last year, has shrank to 711,000 for the current year, reducing the deficit by 81%. Although we are still reporting the losses, the main driver for the losses are the losses arising from the motor line of business and medical line of business. The detailed explanation has been presented in this presentation, and we will be happy to take any question post my presentation. The second segment is the shareholder fund. In an Islamic insurance, you have something participant fund and the shareholder fund. So in the shareholder fund, we are reporting a loss of 282,000 as compared to a profit which we reported in the year 2021 of 677,000. This is mainly because the wakala fee charge from the shareholder fund to the participant fund has reduced from 18 to 13%, effective from February 13, 2021. This is in order to comply with the regulatory and the CMA requirement to give a preference to the participant fund over the shareholder fund. Our combined results for the year is 924,000. For the 9 months period is 924,000 loss as compared to the loss which we had reported last year of 3.145 billion. So from that perspective, there is an improvement of 2.1 billion, which is a reduction of a loss of 68%. In the next slide, we want to highlight the financial ratios, and we want to highlight what improvement or decline in the financial ratios are. So our retention ratio has increased. We have increased our retention in all our profitable line of businesses. So that's a part of the strategy. We have increased our retention from 22 to 5%. Although in terms of the absolute losses, our losses have not decreased in terms of absolute value, but the loss ratio has decreased by 8%. because of the increase in the net earned contribution by 10%. So that's the improvement which we have shown in this year, whereby 8% decline in the overall loss ratio of the company has reported. Our commission expense ratio, which is also, in other words, the acquisition cost, has reduced drastically from 22% to 8%. Our expense ratios have decreased by from 34% to 28%, but 6% it has decreased. This is mix of both, like increasing our earning as well as decrease in the overall expense base. Now, resultantly, the combined ratio of the company has decreased from 143% to 117%. So this slide is clearly depicting the improvement in the loss ratio year-on-year basis. In the next slide, I want to show you the spread of our business, how have we performed as compared to the prior year. So we have increased our top line from 21.6 million from the same period last year to 24.5 million this year, and we have a growth in our preferred segment. In the life business, in the family business, you can clearly see that the top line has increased from 7.7 million to 11.2 million. Our motor business has reduced from 5 million to 4.5 million. This is a part of our strategic initiative to shape our loss-making portfolio. So that was an intentional, well-aware decision to reduce the portfolio of the loss-making businesses. In the health, it is almost the same. However, the percentage of the pie has decreased from 29 to 26%. In the motor business, it is from 22.7 million last year, has declined by 400,000 to 2.3 million this year. Now, this slide shows the split of the expenses, the reduction in the absolute value of the expenses, as well as the expense ratio improvement. If you see, as compared to the last year, the overall split of the general and administrative expenses did not change significantly. A slight change of 1% here and there has happened, but overall, the spread of the expenses are almost the same. However, the base of the expense has reduced by 8%, and our expense ratio has improved from 34% to 28%, has declined, which is an improvement from 34% to 28%, showing a decline of 6% over the period. This is because of a number of initiatives the management has taken to reduce general and administrative expenses. In this slide, I want to show the investment portfolio split and the strategy. We have a total portfolio of 18 million, which is mainly invested in the Wakala deposit in the bank. 78% of the portfolio has been deposited in the Wakala deposit in the bank. 19% of the portfolio is in Sukuks, and 3% of the portfolio is in mutual funds. Our key strategic pillars for this year is the diversification of the portfolio, encompassing Sukuk into our portfolio, enhancing the yield, and find out the opportunity to do foreign investment within the allowed investment categories wherever possible within the regulation by the CMA. The key challenges being Islamic insurer, we have the regulatory Sharia compliant investment products available, and the regulatory invisibility limits, which does not allow us to go into one exposure beyond certain limit, even we find that it's conservative and profitable investment, but those regulatory invisibility limit restrict us to an extent. So that was the overall investment portfolio split and strategy. This includes both shareholder and policy. I want to take you to the next slide, where I want to show you what are the key initiatives the management has taken and what is our outlook and how we are looking forward. So the first and the foremost thing which I want to highlight is the transition to a new head office location. We have moved to an office in Tamil Nadu complex in Bosho. This is next to the not next to near to the mall of the mall, next to the panorama. This office is an open office with a very high collaborative environment. In addition to that, we have started a state-of-the-art call center. This is the only channel call center which will enable the customer to interact with us either via email, WhatsApp, live chat, or whatever the media they want to use. This will enable us to interact with our customer and to address their queries, their concerns, and their needs more closely. In addition to that, I want to highlight our overall human resource strategy. We are 86% urbanized, and the company is committed to do urbanization across all levels and meet the regulatory requirement. The company is maintaining more than 70% urbanization at the management level. The overall outlook of the company is now set on the path of the success in the resilient initiative, which if depicted from the ratios, the improvement in the ratio on a year-on-year basis and the improvement in the result on a year-on-year basis. Although the company has reported a loss which is significantly lower than what the loss was reported in the prior period. Moreover, through the efficient underwriting, robust, replicable arrangement, upscaling the workforce, and introducing innovative product, the company aims to take the advantage of the available opportunity to progress rapidly. Thank you very much. I just want to highlight the disclaimer. So this, please read the complete disclaimer note. This presentation may include forward-looking statements, which should be understood in relation to disclaimer note, which we have given. That's the conclusion of my presentation. And now I will open the forum for the question and answer session. So, Ms. Pushpita, you are the only participant in the session. So the forum is open to you. If you have any question, any query with regard to this presentation, we will be happy to answer it.
Thank you for running us through the presentation, but I don't have any questions from my behalf, but I shall get back to you after going through the financials.
Please do so.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your joining the session. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
So if there are no questions from your end and there are no additional participants, I think we can conclude the call. And Ms. Pushpita, you have contact details there on our website and also on the MSX. So you can reach out to us and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have.
Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.